Testing 1 2. 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 The weather just can't seem to make its mind up today. We've had rain, we've had hail, we've had sleet, we've had snow, and amazingly, in the British summertime, we've had sun as well. Well, hopefully it'll be raining goals here at Sphinx Drive as we get set for the penultimate home game of the Midland League Division 1 season. Welcome to Hillz FM Matchday, and this is live coverage of Coventry United versus Heath. We're nearly at the end of the season, just 3 games to go now. I know it's been amazing, but all good things, of course, have to come to an end. The next game on Thursday is our last home fixture of the season, and in just 5 days' time, the season will be over, and fingers crossed that the ribbons will be red, white and green at the end of the season when the League One trophy is lifted. My name is Liam Cook. I am your commentator and presenter for this evening's match. And of course, we do thank you for joining us here on Hillz FM Matchday, the only place to be every single sporting match day. I mean, it's better than going shopping with the wife, isn't it? Well, I think so. Anyway, let's go through the starting lineups for this evening's teams. Starting off with our good friends at Coventry United. Starting in goal, we have number 1, Rich Morris. Number 2, Pierre Moodin. 3, Thomas Glasgow. 4, Rob Prinzel. 5, Callum Burgess. 6, Jamie Coleman. 7, Rich Blythe. 8, Chris Cox. Number 9, returning to the squad, is Kai Williams. Josh Blake is at number 10. And at number 11, we have Gift Musa. On the bench for Coventry United, number 12, Matt Brown. 13, David Allen. 14, Josh Blake. 15, Jaden Rickus. And 16, Martin Hutchcox. We've got the away team news coming up very shortly, just as soon as I check the names of the players. I don't want to repeat of Aviston. And, well, we're about 10 minutes away from kick-off, so while we are waiting for the lads to come out of the dressing rooms and get set for what is sure to be a very close encounter between first place and 7th place in the Midland League Division 1 table. Let's go through some sporting headlines for today. There's some breaking news coming to us. Cristiano Ronaldo is ruled out of Real Madrid's Champions League semi-final match at Manchester City. So the City fans were making a big hype out of Ronaldo's return to Manchester, even making a sort of makeshift poster similar to the one that Carlos Tevez received when he switched from United to City, saying welcome back to Manchester in a rather ironic fashion. But we are being told that Cristiano Ronaldo is not in the Real Madrid squad. He's failed a fitness test and is not going to be taking part in the action. And we do know that Kevin De Bruyne and Vincent Kompany are going to be starting for Manchester City. We believe David Silva is on the bench after his injury woes. And of course, the main story of the day, the Hillsborough inquest is at an end, and the jury have returned the verdict of that the Liverpool fans have been waiting for 27 years. The 96 Liverpool fans who died at Hillsborough back in 1989 were unlawfully killed on that fateful day in the Hillsborough. So, of course, we'd like to extend our congratulations to the families of those who passed away, if that is the correct word. Congratulations. But we're glad that you got the verdict that you, of course, have been looking for. Let's have a look at some more sporting headlines. And apparently, Stilian Petrov wants to return to football. Of course, Petrov was struck down with leukemia a few years ago, retired from football after being diagnosed with leukemia. Apparently his fitness is now coming back and he wants to get back in the game. And, me, I'm a proud Coventry City fan, and let's just say I'm rather unfair to Aston Villa at times. I try and be professional, but with Villa and Leicester, I just can't do it. But I think it's a lovely story if Stilian Petrov can come back to the Aston Villa team, and they're going to need players like Petrov as they embark on their first championship campaign for, about 25 years, something like that. It's been a long old while, hasn't it? So 7 minutes until the scheduled kick-off time here at Sphinx Drive. Of course, we thank you for joining us here on Hillz FM Matchday. And don't forget, if you have anything that you would like to say on this evening's action, then Twitter is the place to do it. And that address that you need is at Matchday Hillz.
Oh, it's soaking.
Right, we have got team news through from the away side today. Of course, Heath is in 7th place in the Midland League Division 1 title race. And of course, well, they're not in the title race, but that's where they are in the table anyway. So let's go through the starting lineup for Heath. Number 1, Mark Wiggins. 2, Harry Phillips. 3, Steve Yates. 4, Ryan Burns. 5, Alex Scott. 6, Chris Horton. 7, James Russell. 8, Andrew Davis. Number 9, Daniel Scragg. 10, Dimitri Dunkley. 11, Joe Hartshorn. And on the bench, we have number 12, John Littler. 4, Matt Bickley. 5, Connor Hadaway. 16, Ben Maddox.
You watched the whole game today? Okay. He's back here. No, he's ill. Yeah, Bradley's ill. He will be here on Thursday though. But he's quite ill at the moment.
So 5 minutes until kick-off here at Sphinx Drive. We'll be going through a run-through of the starting lineups once again before the kick-off of tonight's match. We've got some, we'll bring you the scorelines from the other matches across the ground tonight, including that Champions League semi-final first leg between Manchester City and Real Madrid. The first time that City have ever reached the semi-finals of a European competition. And wouldn't you know it, Real Madrid star player Cristiano Ronaldo is out of action. He's not going to be playing this evening. So could Manchester City cause, well, I guess what would be regarded as an upset? We've also got some Football League action. Hull City take on Brentford. We've got Walsall versus Shrewsbury and AFC Wimbledon versus Portsmouth. We've also got some Scottish football, but I wouldn't even class Scottish football as football. All right, let's be fair to them. Just to be fair to them, I'll read out the results from Hibernian versus Dumbarton and Livingston versus Rangers. That's in the Scottish Championship because we're low on games tonight. So let's see a little bit more about our opponents for this evening. Heath Hayes. And really, the one thing that we all know about Heath Hayes is that they were the team that put the final nail in the coffin of Edwin Greaves' managerial reign at Coventry United. Of course, United's first manager. He was here since the days of the old Coventry Spartans. But after a 2-1 defeat at Heath Hayes earlier in the season, sadly Edwin received the sack. But really, it's revitalised the United team. They've yet to draw or lose under their interim manager, Terry Anderson. So Heath Hayes are currently in 7th place in the Midland League Division 1 table. 19 victories, 4 draws and 13 defeats. They've scored 55 goals. Only one team has scored less in the top half of the table, that being Pilkington. But they have only conceded 40 goals. And that is the best defence outside of the top 4. So United, Bromsgrove, Griff and Leicester Road, the only teams that have conceded fewer goals than Heath Hayes. So believe me, tonight is going to be a very tough match. We're not taking anything for granted here, although Coventry United can wrap up the title tonight if results go their way. Sadly for Coventry United, Bromsgrove have no games easy, but they have a favourable match this evening, and they are against, wait for it, they are against Saltham United. And of course, Saltham at the bottom of the table. They are away though. That's the only good thing. So this evening's matches in the Midland League Division 1. Of course, Coventry United versus Heath Hayes. Leicester Road take on Hinckley. Of course, we all know what happened with Hinckley's match at Coventry Copswood. 4 players sent off in their match against Coventry Copswood. We are being told the 4-1 scoreline in favour of Copswood will stand. Pilkington Triple X take on Pelsall Villa, and as we said, Saltham United versus Bromsgrove Sporting. Now, if Coventry United can better the result of Bromsgrove Sporting, they will win the title tonight. But of course, with Bromsgrove at Saltham, who conceded 110 goals this season, Unfortunately, I think it's pretty unlikely, so the title win may have to wait until Thursday night when United take on Littleton. And Bromsgrove have a slightly trickier test away at Bowhall Swifts.
I've got a dry place here now. I'll speak to you half time.
So the referee for today's match, Mr. Tom Bokert, his assistants Ian Mitchell and Michael Maguire, walking the teams from the dressing room to the tunnel. As the fans continue to make their way into Sphinx Drive. And the pitch has taken a real pounding over the past couple of days. Firstly, you had that hotly anticipated match between Coventry Sphinx and Hereford last night, where over 1,000 people packed into Sphinx Drive. It was an all-ticket affair, no tickets on the gate, so of course congratulations to Sphinx for that. And of course, the rain, the sleet, the hail, it's all taking its toll on the pitch, but we are ready for some Tuesday night football in Midland League Division 1 as Mr. Bokert leads the teams of Coventry United and Heath onto a rather sodden surface at Sphinx Drive. It's live Midland League Division 1 action here on Hillz FM Matchday with Liam Cook. It's Coventry United versus Heath. Right, let's go through the starting lineup for Coventry United. Starting in goal, number 1, Rich Morris. 2, Pierre Moodim. 3, Thomas Glasgow. 4, Rob Frinzel. 5, Callum Burgess. 6, Jamie Coleman. 7, Rich Blythe. 8, Chris Cox. 9, Kai Williams. 10, Josh O'Grady. And 11, Gift Musa. And on the bench for Coventry United, number 12, Matt Brown. 13, David Allen. 14, Josh Blake. 15, Jaden Rickus. And 16, Martin Hutchcox. And on to Heath now. Starting in goal, number 1, Mark Wiggins. 2, Harry Phillips. 3, Steve Yates. 4, Ryan Burns. 5, Alex Scott. 6, Chris Horton. 7, James Russell. 8, Andrew Davis. 9, Daniel Scragg. 10, Dimitri Dunkley. And 11, Joe Hartshorn. On the bench for the Hayes, 12, John Littler. 14, Matt Bickley. 15, Connor Hadaway. And 16, Ben Maddox. It's not quite the 1,000 strong that we had here last night as Coventry Sphinx took on Hereford. But we've got the loyal fan base of Coventry United hopefully ready to celebrate a title win tonight. But of course the results will have to go United's way. Bromsgrove at Saltham United tonight, the bottom place team in the entire league. But if Saltham can hold Bromsgrove to a draw and United are able to win, then United have wrapped up a third successive promotion. And of course that's no mean feat. United have got to win tonight and I've got to hope that Bromsgrove mess up. And failing that, all they've got to do is win on Thursday. The title is within their grasp. United have got one hand on that trophy. Can they complete their grasp tonight? And it will be Coventry United to start. In the centre circle, Kai Williams, Rich Blythe and Josh O'Grady. Just the one change of Coventry United this afternoon, with Kai Williams starting up front in place of Josh Blake. So no out-and-out striker for Coventry United this evening. So will that prove difficult for United to handle? They need goals to win the match, and we're underway with Coventry United kicking to the right side of the Willie Nibbs Memorial Stand. Live coverage of Coventry United versus Heath on Hillz FM Matchday. And the through ball by O'Grady and Williams with space on the left-hand side. Could it be an early chance of a Coventry United? Crossing opportunity, puts it in towards Blythe. It's well cut out by Alex Scott. Headed out, Cox picks it up on the edge of the area. Now Musa. He's got Moodim on the right and finds Moodim right side of the penalty area, surrounded by blue and white shirts of Heath. Low cross, it's cut out at the near post, and Cox tries to win it back, and he does. Can he keep it in? Yes, he can. Moodim down line after taking a touch of the Heath man. No, it hasn't. It's gone out for a Heath throw. Good early pressure from Coventry United, which Brad not happy with the decision of the linesman Ian Mitchell. Did seem to take a touch off the Heath man. It's going to be Steve Yates to take it for Heath. We'll have a strong away following tonight. Throw down line, cut out by Blythe towards O'Grady. Back upfield by Yates. But it's only found Gift Musa. Plays it back to Jamie Coleman as United look to build from the back. Lofted ball by Moon into the centre. Headed away by Andrew Davis. Scragg. It's found Hartshawn. And flicked back to Hartshawn. Into the centre. Andrew Davis. Striding towards goal. It's Scragg. And it's just tipped over by Rich Myers. A fantastic early chance. The first opportunity of the match. And what an opportunity it was. Must have to be on his toes there to punch it over the crossbar. And of course the reverse fixture earlier in the season with United travelling to Heath, the match that marked the final day of Edwin Greaves' managerial career at Coventry United. He was subsequently sacked after losing 2-1 despite United going in front in the 3rd minute. But since that date United have a 100% record under interim manager Terry Anderson. Can they keep that record intact? In the corner on the right hand side to put in towards the area and head towards goal. It's gone wide. It was headed by Steve Yates. It's gone out for a goal kick wide at the far post. Rich Myers prepares to take the goal kick. Of course, we're going to keep you up to date with the latest scores around the grounds this evening, including the Champions League semi-final between Manchester City and Real Madrid. But here comes Kai Williams racing towards goal and well cut out by the Heath defender Chris Horton and gives it back to his goalkeeper Mark Wiggins. Promising run there from Kai Williams back in the side. Just work commitments he hasn't been able to make the last couple of games. He scored on Thursday against Pelsall. His last couple of appearances he has grabbed goals, 2 against Lichfield, 1 against Pelsall. Yeah, tonight's his first start in a good old while. He's been struggling with injury recently, and we have been told by numerous members of the Coventry United coaching staff the only reason Williams wasn't starting is either because of work commitments or because of fitness. It seems the fitness and the work commitments are no longer an issue. Heath have a throw. Russell. Ryan Burns working towards goal, plays on the left hand side. Yates has space. Moving across trying to block him. It's blocked by Gift Musa. Blythe tries to get there first, and he does. The man of the match from last time out. Rich Blythe racing down line after a challenge from James Russell. Squares into the centre. Williams caught out by Alex Scott and played back to the goalkeeper by Horton. Williams puts the goalkeeper under pressure, but it's booted clear by Wiggins. Russell's long ball. Dunkley loses it. Ball down the line by Prinzel. Josh O'Grady under pressure from Phillips. Trying to work his way past the Heath right back. A bit of trickery here. He does so well. And he's got past him. Crosses it. And it's flashed across the face of goal. Williams, no doubt the tallest of players. He couldn't get his head to it. And it's gone out for a throw-in to Heath. Still no goals in the Champions League match or in the Football League. Of course, we'll keep you up to date with whatever's happening in the Football League and the Champions League, as well as the Scottish League tonight. And we'll endeavour to give you the latest scoreline from the Bromsgrove match at Salvam as well. Depending on that result, United could be crowned champions tonight. Blythe has the ball. Down line. Lovely flip by Cox. Williams tries to work his way into the area. It's blocked by Horton. And it's gone out for a goal kick. Last touch coming off Williams. As the last remaining Coventry United fans make their way into a rather wet Willie Nibbs Memorial stand. Bizarre weather conditions today across Coventry, but it's dry for now. The wind's died down a little bit. O'Grady racing onto a loose ball under pressure from Scott. O'Grady forced wide, and it's gone out for a goal kick, shafted out by Scott. Good defensive work from the Heath Hayes defender.
I bet you nick it in this.
And Wiggins trudges over to collect the ball. Jaden Rickers goes for a quick jog in front of us. The touchline is absolutely sodden. I think the pitch is a little bit better because obviously the players are running on the pitch, bringing up some water. And the linesman hasn't even got studs on his trainer, so he's going to be slipping and sliding a little bit. Heath have a throw. In the middle of their half, it's going to be taken by Steve Yates. Williams and O'Grady trying to make nuisance of themselves. Headed up by Dunkley. Back forward by Prinzel. chested by Williams, cut out by James Russell. Heath is playing it around at the back. Steve Yates at left back. Williams comes across trying to nick it away. Mooden's clearance blocked by James Russell. You're listening to Hillz FM Matchday with Liam Cook, live coverage of Coventry United versus Heath in the Midland League Division 1. Williams cuts out the ball well. O'Grady, opportunity to put it through, and Williams can't quite get there towards the far post, and Phillips makes sure it goes back to the goalkeeper, Mark Wiggins. Phillips comes away with the ball, the right back, lofted ball. Down the right line, it should come to Rob Prinzel, and the pressure from Dunkley, cleared by Coleman, upfield. It's gone out for a Heath throw to be taken by Harry Phillips. Skag. Upfield. Head away. Just leaves it under the orders of his centre-back partner, Jamie Coleman. Lofted ball, headed up by Russell. And Williams trying to race onto that one. The defender couldn't get to it. Williams pushes the defender in the back. No foul given, it's gone back to the goalkeeper. And the status quo is back in play. Wiggins hoofs the ball away. It's a big lad, this goalkeeper. It's going to be hard to beat him. Cox picks up the ball on the right side. His clearance goes out for a Heath Hayes throw. So don't forget, if you have anything to say on this evening's match or the coverage, or if you just want to shout out, then Twitter is the place to go. At Matchday Hillz is the address that you need. And a big shout out to all of our 140 followers on Twitter. And the biggest shout out of all, of course, goes to the ladies of Coventry United, who picked up silverware at the weekend. On Sunday, they beat Enfield Town 5-1 at Keys Park in Hednesford to win the FA Women's Premier League plate. So, of course, big congratulations to the ladies of Coventry United. Glasgow comes away with the ball into the opposition half. Josh O'Grady has passed, not exactly what was needed, but Coleman. Sorry, Glasgow gets there. And Prinzel's ball across the field, cuts out by Joe Hartshorn. Trying to beat the defenders, still going Hartshorn, and a good slide challenge from Gibb Musa. Couldn't have timed that any better. And Hartshorn had to make sure he got out of the way of that one, otherwise he may have lost a foot. Ball into the centre by Moonin towards O'Grady. Come to Blythe, back to O'Grady. Right wing to Moodin, can't get past Yates. Ball down line. Here's Joe Hartshorn, and a good challenge there from the skipper, Chris Cox. Scorer of an absolute beauty on Saturday. And don't forget the highlights of all Coventry United matches covered by Hillz FM Matchday. As you can hear, the now traditional cow noises in the Williams Memorial Stand. Almost traditional as those three little words from the Lichfield game. Good pressure there from the goalkeeper to boot the ball away, and the pressure from Kai Williams. And the goalkeeper claiming that Williams caught him on the head. The referee doesn't want to know, neither does the linesman. Of course, the highlights of any games covered by Hillz FM Matchday, just head to our YouTube channel. Just search Hillz FM Matchday on YouTube, and the highlights packages will be on the channel. And we're waiting for a ball here. And eventually we have found a match ball. Just saying that they haven't got any balls to hand. Don't even notice the one that Jaden Rickers had at his feet. So Moodin prepares to take this throw. 1-2 with O'Grady. Back to O'Grady. Trying to trick his way past the defenders. He's forced back. Blythe in support behind him. Squares it to Giff Musa. And pressure there from James Russell. He's given away a free kick. Giff Musa brought down from behind. Midway into the Heath Hayes half, and United have a free kick. And taking it quickly. The referee is saying no, he wants it taken properly. O'Grady and Cox played a cheeky 1-2 there. And O'Grady on his own now as Blythe and Musa make their way towards the penalty area. Lofted ball towards Prinzel, and it's just headed away by Phillips. And it's gone out for a corner. If Prinzel had got there, that would have certainly been 1-0. Just over 10 minutes gone here at Sphinx Drive. Coventry United 0, Heath Hayes 0. United looking to gain some retribution for that 2-1 defeat suffered at Heath Hayes a couple of weeks ago, the last time United failed to win. O'Grady whips in the corner. It's headed away by Russell. Opportunity for O'Grady to put it back in towards the far post. Head out once again. Blythe has it. Shooting opportunity. Volleys it. And it's over the crossbar. Decent effort from Rich Blythe. First meaningful shot on goal from the home side. Ultimately comes to nothing. A decent strike of the ball from the man of the match from United's last outing on Saturday against Bowhall Swifts. United winning 2-0 that day. Of course, in just 5 days' time, the season will be over. Well, what are we going to do for 3 months until the season's back? Or should it be 2 months until the pre-season friendlies are back? Of course, we'll be covering all pre-season friendlies here on Hillz FM Matchday, and of course every single league and cup match next season. Blythe's lofted ball. O'Grady tries to race onto it under pressure from Scott. O'Grady gets there, he's pushed down, and the referee raises his arms and says no. But O'Grady was certainly forced off the ball there. Well, Alex Scott, in my opinion, is lucky to get away with that one. He barged him off the ball. O'Grady went to ground, and you got to say O'Grady does have a slight reputation for going to ground a little too easy. But even so, well, like a stonewall penalty from where we're sitting. United have got to carry on. A quick wave there from Josh Blake, who's on the bench this afternoon. Cox, long ball towards Glasgow, perfectly weighted. Glasgow were able to keep the ball away from Harry Phillips, and it's gone out for another corner to Coventry United. And we've got our first goal of the evening in Sky Bet League 1. Walsall 1, Shrewsbury Town 0. And we've got another goal in the Scottish Championship. Hibernian 1, Dumbarton 0. Still no score from the Etihad Stadium, where Manchester City are taking on Real Madrid. No Cristiano Ronaldo, of course, but also no Yaya Toure for Manchester City. Joshua O'Grady prepares to take this corner on the left wing. He can play a short one to Tommy Glasgow if needed, and he does. Lays it back off to O'Grady, back to Glasgow. Opportunity to cross it, and it's cut out by the defence, headed up by Russell and booted away by Chris Horton. Hartshorn heads it on, only as far as Burgess. Blythe can't get there before Andrew Davis. Burns, pass blocked by Cox. Glasgow plays it back to Musa, who in turn returns it to the goalkeeper, Rich Morris. Morris hoops it forward towards Blythe. He's beaten to the ball by Yates. Cox gets there first. Williams. Surrounded by blue shirts here, the former Coventry City Youth Academy star. Long range effort, and it's well caught by Mark Wiggins. Wiggins quickly recycles the ball. Dunkley trying to work his way past Prindle, who's being forced back into the centre, and well cut out by Blythe. He's got O'Grady and Williams in front of him. O'Grady on the left wing. Blythe making the run. Long ball into the area, too hard for Blythe, and that will it just be kept in by Moodim? Yes, it will. Brilliant work from the defender. And now Blythe, crossing opportunity. Great work from Moodim to keep it in. It's reached Blythe into the area. Cox on the edge. Back onto the right side for Moodim, waiting for the right moment towards the near post. Williams! It's well blocked by Chris Horton. And headed towards Moodim by Yates. And Moodim puts it back in and head away at the near post by Andrew Davis. Blythe picks it up. O'Grady, long range effort. Oh, it's just tipped away by Mark Wiggins. A long range low drive towards the bottom corner, and the goalkeeper had to pluck that one away from the bottom corner around the post. Fantastic goalkeeping from Mark Wiggins. Corner, Coventry United. And O'Grady in action once again, the usual set piece taker. You got to give Pierre Moodim and Rich Blythe some credit there. Great work from Moodim to win the ball back. And Blythe trying to get the ball in. O'Grady puts it in, head away at the near post, and Blythe's on the edge of the area. It's come to Glasgow. Tries to play it back to O'Grady. It's well cut out. Now Hartshorn, Russell, and Prindle boots that towards the Willie Nibs stand, out for a throw-in. And thankfully it hit the barriers rather than the fans. I've seen Robin Prindle, I know what he's like. I've seen Robin training, I should say. Harry Phillips, lofted ball towards the box, headed away by Burgess. Blythe beaten to the ball by Davis, and the lofted ball by Dunkley will go harmlessly towards goal and into the care of Rich Morris. Here's all yellow goalkeeping kit. Of course, we thank you for joining us for Hillz FM Matchday. Don't forget, we are next in action on Thursday night. The final home game of the season against Littleton. 7:45, the time the match kicks off. Coverage starts at 7:30. And of course, we've still got a long old portion of this match to go. Just over 15 minutes gone as Burgess hoops it away for a throw-in, and Josh Blake makes sure he doesn't go into the fan area. Put him in goal. I tell you, he plays up front, he plays at left back, and now he's proven his credentials as a goalkeeper. Another throw-in to Heath, a little bit further towards their defensive zone now. The switch from James Russell, intercepted by Cox. He couldn't keep it in, though. Scrag. Yates. Russell loses it to Musa, and Musa's put it out for another throw-in, this time a few yards further towards the United goal. Yates to take once again. He's got Hartshaw in support. And the attempted pass to Ryan Burns came straight off the knee of the Heath Hayes midfielder, and it's gone out for a United throw in pretty much the same position that Heath Hayes took the original throw from. Moodham throws it down line over the head of Cox, headed forward by Heath Hayes, and a push in the back from Burns on Chris Cox, and the referee eventually gives the free kick. Pushing the back of Chris Cox. Here's O'Grady in the centre circle, plays it on the left-hand side. Prinzel, lofted ball towards Glasgow, chested down by the left-back. Tries to square it to O'Grady, it's cut out well by James Russell. Prinzel wins it back, tries to switch it onto the right side, it's cut out by Hartshaw this time. He's got Scrag in front of him, has a long-range effort from goal. Well, they say you've got to try your luck from distance, but there's got to be a limit. Wasn't very well hit. Morris knew it was coming, as Cox heads on for Williams in the area, and it's straight back to Mark Wiggins. So Josh O'Grady's low effort from outside the area, tipped around the post by Wiggins, the best that we've seen so far. United concede, so Heath Hayes concede a throw. In United's half, the goal kick by Wiggins, unable to be kept in by Hartshaw. I'm thinking of the Leeton Griff striker now. Williams throw towards Cox, only as far as Russell. Davis. Now Harry Phillips under pressure from Kyle Williams. Got to make sure he gets rid of this one, and he does. And it's only as far as Rich Morris. 20 minutes gone at Sphinx Drive. Coventry United 0, Heath Hayes 0. And Cox head towards O'Grady, who was waiting in the area, but eventually it goes to Mark Wiggins. These two sides very evenly matched. Last time they played each other, United took the lead in the 3rd minute, and 2 late goals turned it around for Heath Hayes. Heath Hayes have conceded the least amount of goals of anyone in the Midland League outside the top 4. There's 40 goals conceded all season, as they win a throw-in right in the corner. The United's only prolific scorer, just 55 goals scored this season. Just one team in the top 10 has scored less. Do those statistics point to a 0-0? We'll have to wait and see. United win the ball back. Musa strides away. His pass blocked and cleared eventually by Alex Scott. O'Grady leaves the throw for Moodham. Blythe back to Moodham. He's got O'Grady in support. Finds Josh O'Grady. Can't flick it away from Chris Horton. And the ball down line towards Hartshaw. Too powerful for the Heath Hayes winger. It's another Coventry United throw in right in front of the dugout, which the right back Moodham will take once again. The throw cut out by Yates. Burgess at the back. Hoofs it away. Cox tries to get his head on it. He's beaten to the ball by Horton. Yates only finds Cox. It's gone out for a Coventry United throw. Took a touch left off Chris Horton. United skipper leading by example like he has for the majority of the second half of this season. Outstanding performance on Saturday, which nearly earned him the distinction of man of the match. A beauty of a second goal. O'Grady switched it to the left-hand side. Lovely weighted pass to Glasgow. Plays it back to Prinzel. Back to Glasgow. Under pressure from Phillips. Finds Musa. Back to Glasgow. Tries to put it in the air, but it's cut out by Alex Scott. Not a lot of power on the cross. Prinzel gets his head in it only as far as Daniel Scragg. And a long ball forward by Burns. Dunkley. He's past Coleman. A bit of shirt pulling there, but he's past him. Scragg. Looking for the opportunity as he strides towards goal. Scragg has a go, blocked by Coleman. It's back to Scragg. Plays it towards his defence. It's with Harry Phillips. Passing it around with James Russell. Back to Phillips. Cut out well by Glasgow. O'Grady ending the danger for the time being for United. Long ball by Blythe. The goalkeeper comes for it and gathers it on the edge of his penalty area. Score remains 0-0. So score update from the professional leagues. Still no score in the Champions League match between Manchester City and Real Madrid. It's 0-0 between Hull and Brentford as well. Walsall lead Shrewsbury by 1-0. AFC Wimbledon 0-0 with Portsmouth. There has been another goal in Scotland. Hibernian 2, Dumbarton 0. Try and get you the latest score from the Bromsgrove match as well. Of course, if Bromsgrove failed to win and United gained the 3 points, then United are champions. But if is a very big word. I'm not saying 2 letters, but it has a very powerful meaning. Cox switches on to the left-hand side. Is it too powerful for Glasgow? Yes, it is. But in fact, it's been given as a foul to Coventry United for, I believe it was a push on Cox. Latest score from Saltham United versus Bromsgrove, and Bromsgrove lead by 1-0. Wilson with the goal on 22 minutes. So as things stand, United can't wrap up the title tonight. As O'Grady tries one from range, it drifts harmlessly wide. We've been playing for 25 minutes, so we're over halfway through the first half here at Sphinx Drive, the side of a fantastic game of football yesterday between Coventry Sphinx and Hereford. Over 1,000 people packed into Sphinx Drive, slightly less here today, but of course they're no less loyal. Moose's header towards O'Grady, a little bit of dig in the back there by the defender. Lofted ball towards the United area, headed away by Burgess, head forward once again by Russell towards Dunkley. Burgess gets the better of him and clears at the second attempt. It comes back to Horton. Yates has got to clear this one. Back to Yates. He's going to do a bit towards the right hand side, cut out by Prinzel towards Musa. Williams and O'Grady trying to create some space up front, but Musa's lost the ball. It's Yates once again, the left back. Down line, Burns. Skagg. Russell looking for an opportunity. Plays it down line towards Dunkley. Dunkley keeps in. Can he get past Burgess? He crosses it into the area and cleared by Prinzel right in front of goal. Burns picks it up on the edge of the area and good defensive pressure from Rob Prinzel, who races down line with the ball. Williams in front of him. Williams gets his foot to it. He's got the ball on the right hand line. Pushing the back by Phillips. He's still going. No, Williams waiting for support. He's still got the ball despite running over the ball. It's with O'Grady now in the area. Still going O'Grady, opportunity, it's pushed from behind, referee says no foul, good pressure from Chris Horton, it's pushed to Williams now, and O'Grady goes down under pressure from Horton, Williams puts it into the area, Rich Blythe, back to goal, lays it off, Chris Cox, and it drifts wide, and the referee is receiving a bombardment from the Coventry United coaching staff, claiming that Josh O'Grady was impeded in the penalty area. There wasn't a lot of pushing and shoving there between O'Grady and Horton, and for the second time a penalty appeal has been turned down by the referee. The score remains Coventry United 0, Heath Hayes 0. But again, good attacking pressure from Coventry United, one of the best moves that we've seen during the match, and once again the referee we're seeing a bombardment from the fans. Mr. Bowcutt. Good block there from Musa, blocking the attempted clearance for Scott. They have got it away eventually. Here's Burns. Lifts it through towards Dunkley and well cuts out their crucial block from Callum Burgess. Dunkley would have been through on goal there. His clearance met with the head of Alex Scott. Let's go do the ball now. His long pass will go out for a Coventry United throw inside their own half. So in case you've missed it, Bromsgrove Sporting lead Saltham by 1-0. So the pressure is on Coventry United to get a result tonight. They're 6 points clear with 3 matches to go. In theory, they could have sealed the title tonight if they could better Bromsgrove's result. But away at Saltham, the team bottom of the league, it was never really likely. So the celebrations may have to wait until Thursday when they host Littleton. As Dunkley waits an opportunity to come into the area. Moodham has the ball now. Dunkley trying to win the ball back. Moodham clears it towards Williams. Headed forward by Horton. And the defence in the midfield is poor from Heath as Cox races towards goal. Lays it off for Rich Blythe. O'Grady has space on the left. It's eventually found Josh O'Grady under pressure from Horton once again. Still going O'Grady. And that has gone out for a goal kick. Heath's defender doing his job beautifully, making sure that United's top scorer is unable to have any impact on the scoreline as of yet. And talking of having no impact on the scoreline, it's still 0-0 at the Etihad Stadium between Manchester City and Real Madrid. You're tuning to Hillz FM Matchday with Liam Cook, roughly half an hour gone in this Midland League Division 1 match. Coventry United 0, Heath Hayes 0. Being passed around in the centre. United come away with the ball. Glasgow slips, loses the ball. Phillips hoofs it away, but that will go into the care of Coleman, who volleys it away. And towards Kyle Williams, who was in space, and that's offside. Called by the referee's assistant, Ian Mitchell. Williams not quite timing his run just yet, so just right. It's going to be Wiggins to take the kick. Towards the right side. Daniel Skagg gets it. Phillips strides forward, puts it into the area to come to Dunkley at the near post. Keeping it under control. Coleman trying to force him away from goal. It's still Dimitri Dunkley. And Burns, good pressure from Musa to win the ball back. His ball upfield. Williams gets there first. Blythe and now O'Grady. He's got Moody in support on the right. Goes with the off the ball towards Kyle Williams, and that will go straight to Chris Horton. He's under pressure from Moody and puts it out for a Coventry United throw. Taken quickly to Rich Blythe, chested by the central midfielder. And he tries the cheeky back heel towards O'Grady, not powerful enough. But the control from Russell, that wasn't good enough either. Musa plays a 1-2 with Coleman. It's Musa once again in the centre, plays it onto the left hand side. Thomas Glasgow tries the ball back to Musa, and the pressure from James Russell, and the referee gives a free kick this time for a foul on Gift Musa, left hand side of the penalty area. An opportunity to cross for Josh O'Grady. We've seen that Rob Prinzel has been taking a couple of set pieces recently, but he's being informed to get into the into an opportunity. In fact, now he's gone over to help Josh O'Grady with the delivery. Got Glasgow, Prinzel and O'Grady standing over the same ball. Just 3 United men in the box with Williams, Blythe and Cox. Not a very good ratio of United to Heath Hayes, with about 6 Heath Hayes men in the penalty area. Count that 7 now. Prinzel and O'Grady standing over it as Glasgow prepares outside the area. And we're getting ready for a long-range strike from which he scored on Saturday. Who will it be, O'Grady or Prinzel? It's going to be Prinzel towards the far post and just over the crossbar. Goal kick to Heath Hayes. And there's a goal in the Sky Bet Championship. Hull City 1, Brentford 0. So goals few and far between tonight. Still 0-0 between Manchester City and Real Madrid. So it's Hull 1, Brentford 0, Walsall 1, Shrewsbury 0, AFC Wimbledon 0, Portsmouth 0. in the Scottish Championship. Hibernian 2, Dumbarton 0, Livingston 0, Rangers 0. Cochrane's the ball back in the centre towards Blythe. Good pressure from Ryan Burns to win the ball back. Scrag can't get there. Moodham does. Head forward once again by Burns, and once again Moodham gets his head in it. Lofted forward by Andrew Davis. Burgess clears once again. Blythe can't control it. And once again, Davis towards Scrag. Common should deal with this one. Plays it upfield towards Williams. Cox, Blythe, lofted ball, and O'Grady makes the run. Goalkeeper backtracks towards his line. O'Grady. And the pressure from the defender. He's got Williams on the edge of the area. Puts it in towards Williams. He's in front of goal. And the first touch brought the ball away from him, and the effort at goal over the crossbar for about 3 yards out. I think the first touch certainly played its part in the downfall of that move. O'Grady's pass bouncing off the shin of Kai Williams as he stretched to get his toe to the ball. He ended up putting over the crossbar from very close range. There's some great work there from Josh O'Grady to race onto the loose ball. As United's Martin Hutchcock retrieves one of the balls. Another match ball is brought into play. It's hoofed clear by Wiggins. Musa gets his head in it, only as far as Horton. Burns back into the centre to James Russell. And the ball towards Scruggs, well cut out by Burgess. The job was completed by Rich Morris. Finds O'Grady onto the left-hand side. Glasgow does well to evade James Russell. Musa. Prinzel, now they've got to try and clear their lines here. Lofted ball towards Williams, cuts out well. It's found Musa in the centre circle. Chris Cox. Moodham making the run on the right as Cox strides up the pitch. He sees Moodham. Tries to play it towards O'Grady. It's a good block there from Andrew Davis, getting his toe to the ball, putting it out for a United throw. Moodham takes it quickly, bounces towards Josh O'Grady. Under pressure from 3 Heath Hayes men. And it's kept in from Andrew Davis despite claims from the United coaching staff. United have it back there with Rich Blythe, switch it to the left hand side. That's as well to control that one. The low through ball towards Williams. He's got there despite some good pressure from Alex Scott, and he's gone out for a United throw in under pressure from the Heath Hayes defender. Still 0-0. Ten minutes to go in the first half of tonight's Midland League Division 1 encounter between Coventry United and Heath Hayes. For a 0-0, there's been a lot of entertainment in this match so far. And O'Grady brings down, I believe it was Chris Horton, as he tried to take possession of the ball from the free kick. Sorry, the throw-in, I believe. Another goal from the Salvam match. Salvam United 0, Bromsgrove Sporting 2. Roberts with the goal this time. So it does appear that United's title party, if it does happen, will have to wait until Thursday at the earliest. So the champagne remains on the ice. United have a throw in on the halfway line. The free kick went straight out for a throw. Glasgow. Chested down by O'Grady, forced towards goal. Burgess tries to recover that one after a poor pass from O'Grady. Yates headed out for a throw into Coventry United right in front of the dugout. Terrenson throws Moodham the ball and Moodham to take the throw. Cox, good control from the skipper. Now Blythe. Moodham, lofted ball towards Williams, trying to make space in the area. Under pressure, push from behind by Alex Scott. Once again, the referee says no. Williams still got the ball, cross across goal. Alex takes a touch of Steve Yates, and it just evades the goal. Not for a minute as if it was going to be an OG. But luckily for Heath Hayes, the ball stays out. But it is a Coventry United corner. And once again, it's going to be United's top scorer, Josh O'Grady, certain contender for Player of the Season. He's going to be awarded at the end of year awards in a couple of weeks. It's going to be Josh O'Grady to take it towards the far post, and it's caught well by Mark Wiggins. As Cox and Prince were waiting at the far post, the goalkeeper had to come out and claim that. So as things stand, unless United can grab a goal, their lead will actually be cut to 4 points with Bromsgrove winning. United concede a throw-in on the halfway line, came off Mooden's chest as he battled for the ball with Joe Hartshorn. A goal from League 2. Portsmouth have taken the lead at AFC Wimbledon. Yates to take the throw. Scragg wants it, Scragg receives it. Despite good pressure from Cox, retains the ball. The high ball down line, cut out well by Burgess. Moodham tries to reach the ball, does it a second attempt. Chested by O'Grady, and the ball by Cox, well cut out by Horton as Williams was waiting. Heath Hayes down the left hand side. It's Hartshorn. Good tackle from Moodham as United actually thought it went out for a throw. And the long ball, Williams, the chase is on, and he's brought down from behind by Terry. And Luke Morton heavy with the linesman, Ian Mitchell, being warned about their conduct. Could face being expelled from the match as Heath Hayes looked to create something here. Hartshorn trying to work his way past Moodham, cross, it's blocked well by Moodham. Hartshorn keeps it in. Dunkley. He's past Cox, still going, he's brought down. It's a foul to Coventry United. Dunkley went down. He took a dunk there, but he ended up conceding the foul. United have the free kick taken by Rich Morris towards the right-hand side. Cox gets his head to it, and Williams nicks the ball away towards goal. It's caught by Wiggins as the former Sky Blues youth man raced towards the net. Alex Scott holds his head as if he was booted in the cranium. Didn't look to be any sort of contact there as Williams nicked the ball away. Dunkley plays it down line to Phillips as Heath Hayes trying to work an opening, and it's come off Musa. But it's gone into the hands of Rich Morris. The cross flicking off the leg of the central midfielder, but luckily fell gracefully into the hands of Rich Morris. Don't forget anything you would like to say on tonight's action. The place to do it is Twitter at Matchday Hillz. For a throw-in by Chris, corner to Coventry United. Including added time, I'd say it's about 5 minutes until half-time. Hasn't been too much added time, I've got to admit, so really it could be as little as 3 minutes. Score remains Coventry United 0, Heath Hayes 0, as O'Grady puts in the corner and heads towards goal, and it's in! It looked like it was going over, and in fact Rob Frizzle's put it in! It took a touch of the Heath Hayes defender. It looked like it took a touch of Andrew Davis. Prinzel put towards goal, it nicked off the Heath Hayes man. It looked like it was heading over the crossbar, but it's dipped into the net, and Coventry United had their first goal.
Who was it?
So just before half time, Coventry United, not the cleanest of goals, but they are in the lead. So they're doing what they need to do to retain their 6-point lead. So I believe that goal will go to Rob Prinzel, but he did take a rather hefty deflection off the number 8, Andrew Davis. He was on target, so we'll give it to Prinzel. Horton. Heath Hayes try and work something. Dunkley on the edge of the area, shooting opportunity, plays it across goal, and it's cut out by Moodham. Yates tries to find Phillips once again. Good pressure from Glasgow. And it's Musa heading it forward. Blythe gets there, may have touched the arm, referee didn't see anything. Burns wins possession, flicked on by Dunkley, and Burgess plays it back to goalkeeper. Hartshorn races towards goal, it's cleared by the man dubbed England's number 1 by the United followings. Prinzel heads towards the halfway line. Cox, 2 headers, tries to find Williams, it's come back to Cox, another 2 headers by Cox. Blythe plays it down for Josh O'Grady. Under pressure from Yates and Russell. Still going to go into the air. It's Kyle Williams. Surely got to be turning. There it is! Well, the first goal wasn't a clean run. Well, that certainly was. Beautiful from Kyle Williams. Certainly rubbing it in. Rather arrogant celebrations towards Alex Scott. And the Heath defender taking exception to it. Williams rubbing it in. It was a good strike there, got to admit. I mean, we don't condone showboating, but it was a cracking goal. Great ball into the area. Through ball from Josh O'Grady. Williams one-on-one with the goalkeeper, plays it into the bottom corner. And the referee wants a word. There's a little bit of dispute in the fan area. One of the Heath fans is not having the best of times over in the corner. Of course, this is a family club as well. And Terrenson, the United manager, urging the fans to sit down. Just keep their cool.
Well done, United!
But needless to say, United are 2-0 up. Kyle Williams did score. And the ball down line for Williams once again. The goalkeeper comes out and gets there. Hoofs it away. It was a well-taken strike. But once again, rather cocky, arrogant celebrations from Kyle Williams. Not something that we condone. Another goal from Skybet League 1. Walsall 2, Shrewsbury Town 0. 2 goals in quick succession for Coventry United, put them in cruise control as we head towards half-time. Cox picks up the ball in the centre, being forced towards his own goal, but plays it to Blythe. Took a deflection, it's found its way to O'Grady, and now Rich Blythe in on goal. And O'Grady slips as he tries to gather the ball, and it's cleared upfield. Glasgow gets his head in it, but Phillips will volley that one out of danger. Score update from the Bromsgrove match. Southam United 0, Bromsgrove Sporting 2. It remains. Goals from Wilson and Roberts. But it's also 2-0 here to the home side, Coventry United, who lead the way in the Midland League Division 1 title fight. We've been told that the first goal was actually accredited as an own goal. I bet Rob Prince won't be happy with that one. The second from Kai Williams.
You'll never get that.
United have a throw in inside the Heath Hayes half. And they tried to play a 1-2 there with Moody and O'Grady, but it was well cut out by James Russell. It's another United throw. And Moody will take the throw once again as a ball being passed around in the Willie Nib stand. So the action isn't contained between the boundaries of the pitch. Here's Joe Hartshorn. Lofted ball. Coleman heads it away. Ryan Burns has it again. It's booted away by Musa. Referee checks his watch. Half time. Fast approaching. Wiggins towards the left side. Cox heads it down line. Kai Williams. And a foul on Chris Cox as the ball goes out of play. It will be a free kick to Coventry United just inside their own half. This will probably be the last move of the first half.
Well played, United!
So far, so good for Coventry United. They've left it late in this first half to grab the goals. But so far, they're doing the job that they need to. They're keeping the goals coming. They're keeping the points coming. So remember, we are going to be taking a short break at half-time to swap the laptop batteries. So don't be alarmed if we go off air for a few minutes. Morris takes the free kick offside against Chris Cox. And that will bring the first half to an end. For much of the first half, it remained 0-0. Coventry United with some decent opportunities. Josh O'Grady's long-range effort tipped around the post by Wiggins. The best that United can conjure into an own goal. I believe it took the final touch of Andrew Davis. Despite Rob Prindle trying to claim it, it has been awarded as an own goal for Andrew Davis. Kai Williams making it 2-0 with a low strike into the bottom corner after a great through ball from Josh O'Grady. Some unpleasantries after that goal on the pitch and off it. But thankfully, it's all calmed down now, and we can go into half-time. United with their heads held high, and Heath Hayes with some thinking to do. But remember, last time these two sides played each other, Heath Hayes went into the second half behind. Can they turn it around once again? We'll have to wait and see. But the half-time score at Sphinx Drive is Coventry United 2, Heath Hayes 0. Right, let's go through the half-time scores around the grounds. Manchester City 0, Real Madrid 0. That's the Champions League semi-final first leg at the Etihad. No goals there. Sky Bet Championship, Hull City 2, Brentford 0. Sky Bet League 1, Walsall 2, Shrewsbury Town 0. Sky Bet League 2, AFC Wimbledon 0, Portsmouth 1. Onto the Scottish Championship, Hibernian 2, Dumbarton 0, and Livingston 1, Rangers 0. And finally, we bring you the half-time score from the match between Saltham United and Bromsgrove Sporting, a match which could have huge implications on United's potential title victory tonight. The half-time score, Saltham United 0, Bromsgrove Sporting 2. So as things stand, United will have to keep the champagne on ice until Thursday at least. Right, we are going to head off for a quick half-time break while we swap the laptop batteries, and we'll let you go and get a cup of tea as well. It's been a quality first half, hasn't it? So you want to have a quick breather before we get ready for another 45 of action. And a big shout out to the one and only Alan Howe, who, by the way, is still banned at Coventry United. So he's managed to somehow find his way past security here at Sphinx Drive. He is the security. We're going to head off for a quick half-time break now. Meet us back here in 5 minutes' time. Go and make yourself a quick cup of tea, put your feet up, and get set for another 45 minutes of fantastic footballing action here on this Tuesday night edition of Hillz FM Matchday. Half-time score at Sphinx Drive, Coventry United 2, Heath Hayes 0.